This is Hollywood. Matías Bombal with you. And Summit Entertainment brings us the screen visualization of one of the many best-selling books of young Miss Veronica Roth, Divergent. This is presented in an IMAX theater near you and regular engagements. The action thriller is set in an oppressive future that divides the population of a single city, the ruins of Chicago, into 4 districts based on the residents' virtues. Our heroine, Triss, portrayed by Shailene Woodley, who is very good in this, is warned that she is divergent and not one of the 4 other virtue factions, and will never fit into any of them. She later finds out that there's a plot by a cold and calculating faction leader, played by Kate Winslet, who you remember, of course, from Titanic, and Triss must decide if she may trust the arrestingly handsome Theo James so that together they may save the day. As we find them all here, that may not be how things turn out.
For it's me. You're in a sim.
He can't hear you. Amazing, isn't it? Everything we think of that makes up a person, thoughts, emotions, history, all wiped away by chemistry. He's gone. And we're all safer for it.
Safer? How are we safer?
The brilliance of the faction system is the conformity to the faction removes the threat of anyone exercising their independent will. Divergents threaten that system. Don't get me wrong. There's a certain beauty in your resistance, your defiance of categorization. But it's a beauty we can't afford.
I've heard many actors revel in playing bad guy parts, and this is a great turn for Winslet, who is colder than the iceberg that brought her such great fame. Also in this film, in a gem of a small role, Ashley Judd plays Triss's mother, and she's very good. In fact, all the actors are very competent here. The release is well produced and will appeal to the fans of the Roth books. There are little tributes to Charlie Chaplin, the Marx Brothers, and Orson Welles, with a mirror sequence that was effective visually and a water tank escape similar to Harry Houdini's famous stage trick that showed a nod to the past. That said, it did not appeal to me at all. I'd rather see the wonderful world of tomorrow depicted in this type of movie rather than the horrible world of tomorrow seen here. The derelict post-World War Chicago depicted in ruins was bleak, and its famous Ferris wheel are depicted in decrepit views of future abandonment. Most of this movie looked like it was filmed in abandoned warehouses of Chicago, with little set dressing, but good lighting. At least they were able to save money on set construction. Divergent, to me, is a real stinkeroo. This is your pal, Matías Bombal, bidding you a fond farewell.